Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and also welcome if you're new. My name is Lakna. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I want to talk about the upcoming new moon solar eclipse, which is happening in a few days on October 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you live. And apologies for this late upload. I know I'm only giving you all a few days to prepare through my insights, and I really had to push myself to get on here and make this video because I know that I have some things that I feel like need to be shared. For at least one person out there needs to hear some of these things that have been coming up in my own personal life. So I will share because I know this is such an intense and transformative time. We just ended on September 17th, we had the full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, and now we have a solar eclipse, and then again on October 17th we'll have another lunar eclipse. So it's just like really like a roller coaster ride that the planets are taking us on in this time. So it is quite intense, and just want you all to know that you're not alone in it if you are experiencing a lot in this time, because a lot is coming up, a lot is resurfacing to help us really clear out stuff from our past, and then clearing out the stuff from our past so we can really realign our present and create the best future for our mind, body and soul. So before I get into this video, I really want to quickly share a little bit. I feel like I haven't shared enough about this beautiful artwork that I have in the background of all of my videos, which honestly I feel this piece of art creates so much of it sparks so much of the insights and the inspiration that comes through me, because this is literally a portal, this artwork. And I just for a couple minutes, if you can bear with me while I just show you all, I'm gonna take just to show you all this art piece a bit more close up. I feel like this art piece really deserves some recognition, especially right now in this time. The artist, very incredible visionary artist, Peter, I will link his details in this video somewhere, but he actually has both Pisces and Virgo placements in his chart, and this is what the energies are that we're experiencing right now in this eclipse cycle. And I'll just show you a bit more close up with this new moon solar eclipse we're moving into. It's going to be in the nakshatra called Husta, which is found over here, and there is a way to navigate this portal. This portal illustrates what is in the stars and what is in alignment with the Vedic astrology. You could see this as the sky. These are the planets, and these are the zodiacs. These are the constellations, and these are the nakshatras and the deities found within them. And there's just so much that goes into this painting that literally brings to life what is going on in our birth chart. So yeah, Husta is over here, and then this is where we're having the new moon solar eclipse, and you can see where we've just previously had the lunar eclipse is actually exactly opposite, with the two Bhadrapadas. So we had the lunar eclipse in Purva Bhadrapada with Rahu being in Uttara Bhadrapada, and it's just so interesting to see the energies visually. It is a very profound thing. So if we could just take one more moment to appreciate and acknowledge this painting. I feel that this is something that I really do need to take more into consideration, this art piece, and really acknowledge its intentions to help empower, uplift, and align myself, and also all of you, if you feel called to connect with your birth chart or with, you know, your astrology in a more visual way. And it's interesting that I am mentioning this artwork in this video because the person who created this, Peter Eglinton, beautiful soul, he has both like Virgo and Pisces in his chart, and I believe this is the axes that we are really needing to hone and perfect and balance within our own charts. We all have Pisces and Virgo somewhere in our chart in some house, and those two houses are being really brought to light in this time. It's been since last year October, November, when Rahu moved into Pisces and Ketu moved into Virgo. These are the nodes of our entire destiny, our fate, our karma, really profound things to do with who we are and where we're supposed to go, what we're supposed to do with our life, and what is truly important to us. Like really significant things coming up to do with ourselves, our mind, body, and spirit in regards to these two zodiacs, Pisces and Virgo. And I feel that this artwork is such a great illustration of that, because it is literally illustrating to such a detailed, minuscule point of how your birth chart looks. Such a spiritual and esoteric sort of theme of our birth chart, our entire life through Vedic astrology. Peter has actually visually illustrated that. How powerful is that? It's so profound. And yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about the painting now. I feel like I could talk so much about this, but I'll just leave it at that. The new moon is the time when the moon is its darkest, and this darkness gives us the time and the space. If we really listen and we really make that space, we can really go within and hear and see those deepest, darkest parts of ourselves. And this is the time when it's really important to take that time for yourself to really quieten your mind and slow down and go within and meditate and do like the activities that are going to help you connect deeper with yourself, whether it's like yoga, breath work, going for a walk out in nature. These like practical means of like these practical sort of activities that will help you connect deeper with yourself is really auspicious at the time of this new moon solar eclipse. It's very Virgo and it's very Husta, which is the nakshatra ruling this new moon, to do specific activities that help you connect your emotional world with your mind and your thoughts and your feelings, and just help those to connect and to understand how they both work together. I do really feel that this is such a powerful time for us to break some of the deepest ancestral wounds and patterns that we are carrying, not just within ourselves since we were children, but like past lifetimes, past ancestors, but from not just our parents but our ancestors. Like it gets so deep, and we will be finishing this powerful time called Pitru Paksha, where we do have right now, as I'm making this video, we do have this powerful connection, and the veil is thin between connecting with ourselves and our ancestors, and this ends at the time of this new moon solar eclipse. So this is the sort of culmination point of letting go, or at least setting the intention to let go of some of these deep traumas and wounds that we're carrying through even our family lineages, that we're ready to let go of now, and to set that intention at the time of this new moon. New moons are a time of planting new seeds for which we want to grow in our future. New moons are a time of new beginnings, but with K2, also with this new moon, it is very significant for us having to really release and let go and purge, and really to just releasing things from the past. And it makes sense, we need to clear space and make room for new beginnings if that's what we wish, like to grow and to evolve. We need to make the space for it, and this is what is going on right now with this eclipse cycle, where we're in this like balancing act of clearing space and letting go, and then realigning ourselves with more truth and more of who we are, so that we can align more with our true path and more with our higher sort of vibrational selves, and what we truly need to do in this life and what we're truly aligned with. The nakshatra of this new moon, Husta, is the constellation of Husta is Corvus, or the crow. And with the crow, there is such a deep connection and symbolism with our ancestors as well. So this nakshatra is connecting us really deeply with our ancestors and what they really wish to share with us. That guidance and insight we can deeply connect with at the time of this new moon. There's also the celebration of Navratri, which happens at the time of the new moon in Husta, and this is a time when goddess Durga was defeating and overcoming these demons, and it is such a symbolic time for us to overcome the demons in our life, externally and internally. It always starts from the internal, and this is so symbolic and aligned with what is coming up now. It really is the time of us overcoming the demons that we have within, the hurdles and obstacles and the limitations that really start with us and what we have placed upon ourselves. We can say that they started with our ancestors, but it is so empowering to take that power back to ourselves and know that we ultimately have that ability to overcome that. So some of the themes that can come up in this time for what we are overcoming, these demons that we are overcoming both internally and externally, can include things to do with being overly critical or judgmental of both, within, internally to ourselves and to the external world. Being overly perfectionistic and not feeling like you are doing enough. This can really connect with the theme of self-love, because do you feel yourself as worthy and enough? Like you don't have to keep doing and striving and achieving more for success. Husta is the symbol is the hands, which can be tightly clenched and like really not trusting in life, and really feeling like you have to do so much with your might and your effort. You have to like fight with your hands clenched, and you have to like really pull things in and hold onto them so tightly because you're not trusting the divine timing of things and the way that the universe is aligning things for you. I'm not saying that action isn't important. Divine action and in an aligned way and really striving for success and being ambitious, these things are so important. But also, these hands that you see in Husta, they shouldn't be clenched and blocking the divine flow of universal energy. Your hands need to be open and receptive to the insights, the wisdom, the inspiration, the blessings and the opportunities that naturally want to align your way with divine timing, and everything is happening perfectly. So trusting that this is the balance that is needed with Hasta, and overcoming some of those internal demons of maybe being overly critical or judgmental or not believing in yourself, not feeling good enough. It may be that you feel this way about the external world, about certain people in your life, that you are feeling like you deserve better, that you aren't aligned with a certain place, that you are being overly, maybe you're being overly critical and judgmental because you know that there is something in your life that is really not aligned, and you're wanting to perfect your life now and align 100% more authentically with who you're supposed to be. Listen to these insights, because that could also be the case as well. When you are in a healthy way critiquing yourself and judging yourself to improve your life, to make yourself happier and healthier, that is different. When you start to do that for yourself and you start changing, which is what this eclipse is pushing us to do, whether we like it or not, once we start to do that within, the external world will reflect that and will also reflect to us areas in our life which are no longer aligning. Another really significant thing happening right now in the sky is that Mercury is in Virgo, K2 is in Virgo, and the Sun especially is also in Virgo. So the Sun is combusting Mercury, which means because they're in the same sign and very close in degrees, the Sun is so close that it is overpowering and almost burning at this planet. So what this brings up in our own life is, if we think about the Sun is the father figures in our life, our authority figures, could be our bosses, our teachers, could be like anyone who has some sort of what seems to be control or authority over us, will seem to be really not hearing us. Mercury rules the way that we speak, our communication. It is our mind, our thoughts as well. We can feel like we're not being heard. We can feel like we are being controlled, or that we don't have a sense of authority in our life when it comes to Mercury, because we're not fully speaking our truth, potentially. The combustion is calling us to speak up and to speak our truth and to do and take the actions necessary to have more authority over our life. And with K2 also being involved, K2 wants us to break those deep-rooted ancestral patterns that we keep repeating to do with this, in not having authority over our life, and for any types of ways that like our power has been taken, or really that we have given our power away. I feel like that is really coming up right now for a lot of us. So yeah, it's something to think about. And on more of an internal level, if you think about Mercury as the child, which can be our inner child, Mercury rules like children and young young people. So if we think about Mercury as our inner child, and we think about the sun as our more older, more wiser self that is sort of looking at our inner child, think about it on an internal level and the internal dialogues that go on within us. Whenever has there been, and I know this is the case for all of us, if we really reflect, there will be times in our life where our older, wiser self, or our more responsible authority self, hasn't really listened to what our inner child needs. So this is the time for us to really deeply connect within, because it's always an internal process of healing this connection and the relationship we have with ourselves, and then we heal it naturally with the external world. The deity that rules Hasta nakshatra is Savitar, the sun god. This god that literally has this divine connection with the sun is coming to us now in this time to help us take our power back in any areas of our life which we have given it away, and to remind us of our power and our worth and our sense of self and our authority over our lives. And Savitar is bringing this real creative and transformative and very powerful energy to remind us that we can manifest all of our desires if they are aligned with our path, with our dharma, with our purpose, with our calling, with our truth. We can literally speak and manifest into existence. We can create with our hands. We can place into our hands whatever we wish, and we can, we can create that through intention, through the aligned actions, and through the inspired thoughts and the beliefs that we have about life, and everything that comes through that and through those intentions. So it is a time for us to really take back our power and to be reminded of that. And this is also a really powerful time to set that intention to become more organized in those areas where you have the Virgo Pisces in your chart, any planets or any house, like which house you have those two zodiac signs. It's time to get more organized, to declutter and to cleanse and to detox that area of your life, so that you are clearing space and you're cleaning that energy and that area of your life, so that you are in this preparation for what you are going to manifest that is more aligned with your soul, with your mind, body and soul. So yeah, this is everything I wanted to share for this new moon solar eclipse. I hope that you all have such a powerful new chapter. I know that this is such a roller coaster. Stay strong and keep, your belts tucked, so you can feel more like stable and grounded in your body. Like, in order to tuck, those belts in, like, what do you need to do for yourself? Like, ground more, take more times to slow down and to journal and reflect and meditate, and fast if you feel cold to, like, eat healthy, like all of those things to help your health and your health on all levels, mind, body and soul. Look after yourselves, and I will see you all in my next video. Take care, everyone.